Check out my new channel Ambient Caliber for all kind of ambient and other music mixes. Perfect for an example studying, relaxation or meditation. Click the link in the video description to listen right away. And as always, Windows 10 and 11 retail keys are still $12.50 only. Check the link in the video description if you would like to purchase one. Hello and welcome to this Fallout 4 2022 Ultimate Graphics update. I should say this is not a new mod list, but a really cool 2.0 update for the original 2022 Ultimate Graphics mod list. Because the old 2022 graphic mod list, I wasn't really happy about it anymore. Mainly, first of all, because it wasn't really up to date anymore. People seem to have a lot of issues with it. But an example also, I really didn't like the performance. Mainly in things like cities, you know, some alleys. For some reason I had huge stutter issues. So I tried to pinpoint that, reverse engineer what the heck was going on with that. And yeah, also I did change the ENB because I think not all weather effects looked really great with the ENB we used to have. But now I'm using the Reactor ENB, which is an ENB from which was released in this year, from this year 2022, and it really came with a lot of nice features, updates, etc., which I really loved. Also, as you can see here, I've been using a lot of mods, like a forest mod, like some really high quality grass, flowers, but also in general high quality 4K textures. And I think with this ENB, also all ENB effects look really cool. What I also like, an example, are these modern weapons. But I have to say, once you did install the Wabbajack all-in-one auto installer, which is something I'm going to release as well, a Wabbajack all-in-one auto installer for you to use, so you can just relatively simply use a all-in-one auto installer and then just do some manual things. You can remove these modern weapons if you don't like them, but I really like them. In example, I'm using a G3 here now. Let's see if I can hit that cow. And let's quickly, let's open up. Let's just open up the sounds for just a bit to let you hear how the gun sounds are. So this is G3. Let me disable God modes. Scar H. Let's see, there's something else I want to show. An example, this grenade launcher. What do I have more? This machine gun. This M16. This FAMAS, this Barrett 50 BMG, an MP9, suppressed weapon, so and a USB and a lot more. Let me quickly reduce my audio because I'm pretty sure I was not being heard very well. Also, I would like to point out this mod while I'm here. This is an audio reverb mod. If I put the effect off, so the vanilla sound would sound something like this. Where is it here? And if I crank it all the way up, you will have the echo from the gun sounds, which I really love, but again, it's optional, so it will sound something like this. And for me, that makes a lot of difference. Also, for the weapons that have the option, I have the tactical reload patch. What that means is that if you have at least a bullet in the chamber of the weapon, an example, if I just fire a couple of rounds, I can just simply swap mags. But if I have 0 rounds left, so there's no round in the chamber, like this, a manual cocking action like this needs to be done in order to have the first round back in the chamber. So that's really cool. And also, it doesn't really make sense for all reloads to have the cranking of the charging handle to have a round in it, because it doesn't make sense. And for that, this is way faster. As you can see, it's just simply Mac, which makes a lot more sense. So that are yeah, a ton of weapons. Also here I can show you I have an inventory overhaul like Sky UI has, you know, this, but this is for Fallout 4 UI. So you can sort on wave, damage, etc. You know, and you can see all the modern weapons I'm using. But again, if you don't like them, once you installed everything from the Wabbajack, if you don't like the weapons, sure, you know, feel free to disable them if you want to play with vanilla weapons. So also a cool mod here, I think, is the enhanced blood textures. So let's see if the cow actually shows enhanced blood. Yeah, it actually does. So this is a really high quality texture mod for blood, as you can see here. Also a really cool mod. Also comes from Skyrim as well, like yeah, enhanced blood textures for Skyrim. But what I really love is that all weather effects look really cool with this ENB. So I would say let's just go to the NAC menu, Natural and Atmospheric Commonwealth. I really, really love this mod. First of all, you have all these visual settings, you know, which you can affect with, and also a lot of other stuff. But it's really cool to play with weathers. So if I just want a simple boring overcast, I can have that, you know, and as you can see, it just looks really cool. What I also didn't really like about the old mod list was the LOD, the distant landscape. You know, it really had some big pop in, and with here, I think it's been fixed a lot better. I mean, as you can see, distant landscape looks really good. There's no pop in. There are no weird looking LOD billboards or whatever, which don't really match the environment. So that's what I think is really cool. But also in combination with this Reactor ENB, what I think looks really good is just rain. You know, normally rain is pretty boring. But an example here, if I, oh, this is a random weather, I wanted to actually load rainy weather. So let's say very cloudy rain, an example. Here you have also the drip effects from the ENB on the screen. You know, that looks really good. So also boring weather like rain just looks good. But an example, you can also just have the, yeah, some nice sunny weather, some pleasant weather, let's say clear, pleasant weather. You know, that also looks good, really, also looks really nice to watch and to play with. So for that, I would say, let's see, while we are here, let's attack these guys. But yeah, you know, all weather looks good, but especially a little bit more like overcast weather, an example, like bright overcast or whatever. Looks really nice, really realistic, gives you a little bit more for a, I don't know, stalker feeling, something like that. Where are the enemies here? Oh, there's a turret. Oh, I can't really see. That's a hit. Are there any raiders? I have the T-detect off, I think, yeah, for showcase purposes, because else I'm constantly getting attacked. Well, okay, that's fine. So yeah, that's everything a little bit in a nutshell. So we have a lot of cool mods, a lot of quality, yeah, quality improvement mods for the graphics, of course, but also I love these realistic weapons. We have enhanced blood textures, we have distant landscape updates, but especially now performance is fantastic. My monitor is just a 60 Hz monitor, 1440p, but it can weirdly overclock to like 75 Hz. And fortunately, because it's being launched with the Fallout 4 script extender, I can't really see the exact FPS, but it is at least 100 plus all the time. It doesn't matter which area I am, if I am in the city or something, or you know, in the streets, which was normally very performance heavy and impact. Well, then it's yeah, you know, then it also runs super fine. There's one little side note, and that is water. There is a setting in ENB, I think, which I have to figure out, which is causing this. Let's see. So water looks okay, but as you can see here from the sides, it has this weird shape every time I move my face. So I'm not really sure what it is. I think it is being caused by the ENB, but I'm not 100% sure, because I tried many water mods. And yeah, even while the water here looks great, this is the really weird ENB effect, which I can't really put my finger on. But for the rest, I'm really happy about everything. So I would say let's just quickly jump into a city, you know. to see how performance runs in there and which city is better than, what is it, Diamond City? Is that here somewhere? Let's see, I haven't really, yeah, Diamond City, the market. I haven't really played the game much, you know, I've played it like once now, but I never really finished the main quest, you know, I finished the Far Harbor stuff. But yeah, let's just wait until it is loaded. So let me disable my HUD, and yeah, what I really love also from the ENB are these big ass lights, as you can see here. I really love the lighting effects, and also things like here, like the moon with here the Milky Way, you know. I really love the ENB effects when it comes to light. But also here you can see how very high quality the textures are. Like here, you know, you have the wood with all this clutter on it, the ground textures, the ground covers. But also here, you know, this guy who is like cooking for us. That all looks very, very high quality textures. And the performance is just fantastic. And that's what I'm really happy about. The lot, you know, the distant landscape looks fantastic. The performance is fantastic. I'm not really sure if this YouTube video shows the actual result that the FPS is constant. I don't know, 100 plus or something. But it is super, super smooth as butter. And that's, I think, the most important thing. It looks great, it plays great, and it runs great. That's the three most important things. So, as you can see here, I just love to walk around at night. I also have some new billboards downloaded in this mod list. So yeah, just to summarize things, the new mod list, it will be released as a Wabbajack all-in-one auto installer, so you can just click on just like a single click and it installs everything. There are some exceptions like the ENB, you need to manually drag and drop, but that's not more than 5 minutes work. And yeah, you will have the same result as this. And from there, you know, you will have just a pre-set up mod organizer 2 ready to go. If you want to add gameplay stuff, if you want to add bodies, female bodies, you know. I did install, by the way, a CBBE body type with a vanilla NPC overhaul, especially for the females. They look a lot better now. And yeah, you know, all those kinds of mods. I've had a lot of mods. I had a lot of mods which I didn't really also forgot to include here because, yeah, you know, you will see it. But what's great, I think, about Wabbajack is it will actually set up a portable mod organizer 2 for you, which means you can add all your mods which you like on top of it. So if you prefer, I can understand, especially for Fallout 4, people prefer different gameplay mods. Sure, add them on top. Install whatever you like. Same for weapons. You like the energy weapons, you like mod packs, weapon packs, add them on top of it and you're good to go. You know, that's great about Wabbajack and about Mod Organizer 2. For the rest, was there something else? Well, I don't think so. I hope to have this Wabbajack released by the end of November, hopefully, something like that, because it's not really that hard of a mod list. There are not that hundreds of mods like I used to have with Skyrim. You know, these are just like 100. And again, if you don't like the modern weapons, and also an example, modern armor, which I'm wearing here, you can delete them from the Wabbajack, and that's pretty much it. So I hope to have you informed well about the changes for the 2022 new revision of the Ultimate Graphics mod list. And hope to see you at the Wabbajack auto installer tutorial.